Good morning, traders. Market analytics. Welcome back. Wednesday morning today, guys. We're looking at the Euro Aussie. We're breaking in here in what seems to be a huge turnaround. And we're calling this the great comeback. That's how it looks like from this point of view. At this point, when ever since the beginning of the session today, the Euro Aussie is on the downside big time. Now, guys, the story we have behind this situation here on the Euro Aussie is really interesting. I mean, we very rarely, play around with the stop loss level, right? Every once in a while, we decide to push the stop loss level further away from the initial placement, right? We're very strict with respecting the initial placement, but here, guys, just yesterday, we decided to push the stop loss level from 63.80 to 64.50 because we thought that price could be extra volatile, right? Have excess noise here on the way up and unnecessarily stop us out because there's massive resistance coming from 63.55 and 64.07, which is pretty close by, right? So we decided to do that. And we pushed the stop loss level by 70 pip, which is very, like I said, it's very rare for us to do so. But we think it was a very smart decision, especially, of course, looking at it right now when price is on the downside. I mean, there's a chance that price will come back up, pull back up, and base itself back above 63.55. If that's gonna happen, obviously, then forget about everything I've just said. Because it's probably going to come back and threat 64.07 and break it up. However, I don't think that's going to be the case, right? I think price is coming back down according to the big picture and according to our conviction, the long-term conviction we have here on the Euro Aussie. Let me give you a quick look here. We're looking at this weekly chart here. You can see the setup. This is a massive trading range that started back at the beginning of 2018. We've seen a few legs in place, actually 4, and we should be seeing the 5th, right? This is from the long-term perspective. All right, from the short-term perspective, guys, we have a secondary setup that we've mentioned before, that blue setup here, right? And the fact that price seemingly broke it yesterday was a false breakout. That's what it was. You can see from the weekly perspective here, that spike that is cooking up. Right, just to show this is exactly the part of the noise, right? The excess noise, fact of the matter is that we believe price will turn around at this point. So it should be really interesting to follow up on this one very closely. In the meantime, I can tell you that when we noticed that spike here yesterday, right, that pullback, that bounce back off that 64.07. And then today, when we saw price beginning to land, at some point it looked like hard landing. We decided to double down, right? So we pulled the trigger. You can see our last intervention here, so to speak, pushing one more trade into this position. And for this trade, since we doubled down in a relatively high spot, we're going to aim this one to 61.27. That's going to be our target for the first one. For the second one, it's going to be our final destination at 54.91, right? Yeah. All right, should be interesting, definitely. Euro Aussie. Stop loss level remains in place, 64.50, right? Only when we have a confirmation for breaking below 63.55, we'll begin to adjust the stop loss level. All right, guys, that's about that for the Euro Aussie. Looking pretty good right now on the downside. We'll have to come back and follow up. That's about that for this one. We'll see you on the next.